Stai ascoltando Radio Italia 1 Adelaide. Ora vedo sul video la prossima ospite. So, hello, our next guest. Now that the technology is sorted, I can see her. Love you. Renata Vergano. Buon pomeriggio. Hi, Renata. How are you?
Me, Conti. I think you may have heard of the Contis in Adelaide.
Conti, so let me...
Yeah, I think you interviewed my brother.
I interviewed your brother.
Conti?
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Well, that's interesting. I know I interviewed your son, Mark Vergano. That was what?
My son, yeah. He's my son.
Yes, a couple of years ago when he received an honour, I think, for the Queen's birthday.
That's right, yes, yes. Very, very
Cool.
proud of him. Yeah.
Well, let's see, these Conti, let's see the family history. I was saying you came to Australia in 1934. No, you were born in
1938. I was born in 1934 and I came to Australia in 1938 at the end of December.
Yeah, kind of a 4 to 5 year old little girl. That's okay. Let's start from it. Do you have any memories of what that was like? Because at that age, you already would have started to understand quite a bit.
Well, once we got to a place called Babinda, where we stayed at Merowini, Babinda, those places I can remember a bit. I can remember when they interned Dad. And, we went for nearly 2 years without him.
Yes, my mother says she remembers very well the day they took her father away too. So
she was in Queensland.
Yes, no, there was it here in Adelaide.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he was from Port Pirie, and he spent a bit over 4 years in the internment camps. You came to Queensland from Torino. Is that where the Conti come from?
Yes, we were in Torino, yes. Yeah. Well, that's where the three of us were born, yes.
And so we'll probably see that name around in the Piemonte area.
It's a big place.
Yes. You're specifically from Torino?
Torino, yes.
Yeah. Have you visited Torino since you've been here?
Yes, I have. And I saw the place that we were all born in. It was Via Madama Cristina. I can't remember the name, the number, but I know it was Via Madama Cristina.
Hang on, but you said you wanted to speak English, but I can hear you're speaking Italian very well.
No, not very well. I don't speak Italian. I give the Italian words the English pronunciation.
Oh, okay, that's not
kids laughed at. Now, the few times I went back of late, yes, I made myself understood in Italian, part Piemontese, it didn't matter. They all seemed to understand me. Although, I speak very slowly Italian. I don't speak Italian, really. I speak more Piemontese than Italian.
Ah, a bit of Piemontese. That's interesting. I
did, only because I had an auntie here whom I used to speak with, and we always spoke Piemontese or Italian. And so I can understand perhaps the Italian better than I can the Piemontese now.
Okay.
But since she passed away, I haven't been able to speak Italian or anything to anybody. We all seem to go back into our English, that we understand each other better.
Okay, well, clearly you said you were born in 1934, so you're about to turn 90 in...
90, yes.
In a few weeks' time?
Yes, in a month's time, yes.
In a month's time, yeah, okay. Yeah. So from Torino to Queensland, that must have been quite a shock in the Cape.
Well, yes, everything was very new, been on a boat, which we had never been on. I think we were sort of astounded by everything because we had never been on a boat.
Yeah.
When we got to Queensland, we were on a farm, which perhaps we weren't all that used to farms, but we got used to it.
Yes, coming from a city, a major city, industrial city, to the farm area.
At that time, the English did the Babinda, they didn't have the electricity; they only had their lamps. And when we came back when we went to Adelaide, we had the first time we saw the electrical. So I was 9 years old before I knew anything about the electric light.
Okay. So when did you come to Adelaide?
Well, we got to Adelaide in this November of 43.
Okay.
1943.
Okay. So that was that when your dad came out of the internment camp?
That's right, yes. They had sent him to Renmark, then from Renmark they put him to Adelaide, and we just stayed there. We never moved out of Adelaide.
Okay, that's cool. So that's why we have a few Conti here in Adelaide then.
Yes, you would.
Well, tell us, God, 1943, what was it like? Whereabouts in Adelaide?
We first went to Waymount Street, where all the Italians were.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there we went into Hindley Street, and we stayed there for, many years. Then we went to near Norwood at Kent Town.
Yes, okay. All areas with a strong Italian presence.
Yeah, but we always, more of the Italian than the Australians, but we just mixed in there anywhere. It didn't matter where we were. We just mixed in and be done with it, We all went to all the Italian picnics that they used to have. We get to know a lot of people, but, well, I would say we were always half and half.
Yes, that's right. So I know of Hindley Street being a strong Italian presence, but I didn't know that Weymouth Street would have had a lot of Italians. So what was it like?
The Weymouth Street was the first, I would say, the first Italian, because they were all established when we arrived.
Were there cafes or gelaterias there?
No, they all had boarding houses.
Okay. Whereas I'm aware of, I don't remember much on Hindley Street, the place called Flash for coffee and gelato. No? So where was your favourite gelato place around Hindley Street?
Never in Hindley Street. We
No?
never did. The only ice cream that we used to have was that we were to report to the police every Friday. We used to have to go into Grove Street to the police station to report that we were there, still in Adelaide. And on our way to it, we always went into that's the only time we used to have an ice cream.
Now tell me a story about having to report the police. So after your father had been released from internment camp, you still have to report to police? Always,
yes. Every Friday we'd have to walk from Hindley Street, we'd have to walk down to Grove Street to the police station and tell them that we were there, and that's all we had to do, but we had to do that. Later on, though, with the boarding house, they used to visit us to make sure that we were complying with their rules and that.
I wasn't aware of that, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're the things that I can remember, because we always had to be on our tippy toes, and
so you would have done
right
a lot of your schooling here in Adelaide.
I didn't go to school that much. I went to school, but I left in grade 6.
Okay. So you said you had to comply with these rules and regulations. Do you remember whether it was a problem being Italian in Adelaide at that time?
With some of the Australians, yes. We had a couple there in Hindley Street who jeered and used to make fun of us and everything. But I can remember going home crying sometimes, I've been laughed at or, teased and that. And one day my brother said, "Don't be silly." He said, "They're only words, they won't hurt you." He said, "You just laugh back at them."
Okay.
I did, because they never did it again. They never heard me again after that. I didn't go home crying anymore that anybody laughed at me. I'd laugh with them.
Okay, well, that's a good tactic to break that down. It was. Yeah. Okay, so you lived here until what? You're about...
I lived there
late 20s.
27, yes.
27.
When I married, I was 27 years old when I married, yes.
Okay, and you moved from Adelaide to Sydney?
To Sydney, yes.
Was that a big change?
It was a big change, because I've been on my own, freshly married, and I didn't know, in those days, I
Yeah.
hadn't gone to school, and you didn't know much about it because your parents never said anything about part of life. But we learned. I have 4 children.
Yes.
Absolutely
Okay.
love it.
You figured it out how to do it. Okay.
Well, you have to.
Cool. So, yeah. So I wonder what Davina's thinking right now when she's listening to her mum say this.
She's here beside me.
Shaking my head.
Cool. So, and maybe as a result of that, you did teach Davina a few things before she got married. Yeah.
Well, no,
No?
they went off on their own. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But what? So you you didn't have your family network anymore, and all the friends you had here in Adelaide. Whereabouts in Sydney did you end up? You don't tell me you were around.
Oh, where did I? Roselle,
Roselle.
Gladesville,
Yeah.
Roselle, Gladesville, and now we're at Ermington, near Parramatta.
Good, very strong growing areas.
That
Oh,
they are.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
is,
yeah. Yeah. And in Sydney, and is that where you've had all your children? All your children, your 4 children?
Yes, the 4 of them. Yeah, they're all here. Campertown. It's near the city.
Yeah.
Because I've been in the city all my life. The only time we lived on a farm was in Queensland,
Yeah.
and that was all. Otherwise, it's been cities everywhere.
Yeah. So I can hear you and I can see you, and you look very sprightly. And
thank you.
I'm guessing what you're living at home on your own?
Oh yes, I live on my own, but I have Davina who has doesn't live very far away, and she's often here with me. Yeah, she helps me.
Yeah. No. Well, you're looking in good health and in good spirit. So I hope that's
thank you.
true. Yes. And
It
so
is. I am at the moment.
good. So you've got a birthday in a month's time, a month and 2 days, on the 28th of
That's
February.
right.
Have you organised a big party?
I haven't. The 4 kids have done that,
Okay.
and I do know that it's going to be a big one. I had hoped that. Well, we'll have more than the one, I think, because we're going to have the private one and the big one with every friends and relatives that I've known. I have wonderful friends. I've still got a lot of friends in Adelaide and Queensland. Well, Queensland are all relatives.
Okay.
Yeah, we still get around somehow.
Cool. And so 4 kids, and so given that you might or might not have taught them the facts of life, you've got grandkids.
Right.
Grandkids.
Grandkids, I've got 12.
12. Oh.
Yeah, 8 boys and 4 girls.
And with a quick calculation, you might even have a great-grandchild or 2, or not yet?
Not yet, no.
Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
No.
On their way.
Yeah, they all, had to fend for themselves. But my husband died 41 years ago. Actually, he died today, 41 years today.
Oh,
that he
okay.
passed away. Yeah. So
well,
they all grew up without a father.
that must have been relatively young then.
Yes.
Yes.
I was in my 48.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's you've had to bring up the children yourself.
Bring up myself. Yes. Yeah.
And I think I'm going to have to move on in a minute, but I'll say thank you very much for having come on. Best wishes for your birthday and for your celebrations. And thank you to Mark for telling me about this. So I'm sure it'll be good to have them all around in helping you celebrate.
I'm still a half an Adelaide girl.
Yes. So who have you got still in Adelaide? You said Jo Conti.
Yes, and I've got a sister-in-law and her 2 sons. My sister-in-law Remy and my 2 sons, her 2 sons and family. But then I've still got a lot of friends, wonderful friends that we still get together when I come to Adelaide. We always get together for our cup of coffee or a meal, and it's absolutely wonderful. They're all a little bit younger than I, but we still get together, and that's what's keeping me going to Adelaide.
Can you give me some names? Let's see if we know any of these people.
Well, Maurice is one of them, Maurice Baldassi.
Marisa Baldassi. Oh, yes, she's a lovely lady. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to go dancing together. Often we used to go out. Yeah. And Lucy Chaping,
Oh, yes.
Yoli Namorata.
Yole Namarato.
Lena, no, I wouldn't know Lena. I have
Did
got
you
a
say, did you say Yole
I-
Namarati? Yole.
Yes, Yoli, yes. She
Uh,
was my bridesmaid.
was she related to Teseo?
Yes, that
Oh,
was her
wow.
husband.
Her husband.
Jose was her husband.
He was from my father's same village.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Lovely people, both Teseo and
yeah.
Yola. Yeah. Lovely lady. Okay. Fantastic. Well, there you go. We know we have friends in common.
Oh,
Marisa is
yes.
the president of the Fogolat Furlan here.
That's right. Yes, she is. Yes.
Very, still active in that field.
And she
Excellent.
speaks Italian beautifully.
Yes. Well, I think she was a teacher of Italian.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I haven't seen Yola for many years, but I do meet with Marisa every now and then in the Italian community.
Yeah.
So I can say hello to her and say we've had a conversation.
That would be lovely.
Thank you.
Give
Okay.
her
Well,
my regards.
yes. Okay. Well, again, thanks and happy
Well, thank
birthday
you
coming
for
up,
talking
and
to me.
thanks for Davina for dealing with the technology and solving it,
Yeah.
and
She's
Mark
coming
for
around now.
bringing up the idea. Hi, Davina. Grazie. Ottimo. Have a nice weekend.
Thank
Ciao.
you very much. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.